Hello Android developers. Welcome to the journey of Jetpack Compose. Today we will start with documentation of getting started with Jetpack Compose. Jetpack Compose is the modern toolkit for building native Android UI. Here is where you will find the latest information about using Compose. Overview. See all the resources available to Compose developers. Tutorial. Get started with Compose by using it to build a simple UI. Foundation. Thinking in Compose. Learn how Compose's declarative approach is different from the view-based approach you may have used in the past, and how to build a mental model of working with Compose. Managing state. Learn about setting and using state in your Compose app. Lifecycle of composables. Learn about the lifecycle of composable and how Compose decides if it needs to be redrawn. Modifiers. Learn how to use modifiers to augment or decorate your composables. Side effects. In Compose, learn the best way to manage side effects. Jetpack Compose phases. Learn about the steps Compose goes through to render your UI and how to use that information to write efficient code. Architectural layering. Learn about the architectural layers that make up Jetpack Compose and the core principles that informed its design. Performance. Learn how to avoid the common programming pitfalls that can hurt your app's performance. Semantics in Compose. Learn about the semantics tree which organizes your UI in a way that can be used by accessibility services and the testing framework. Locally scoped data with compositional local. Learn how to use compositional local to pass the data through the composition. Development environment. Android Studio with Compose. Set up your development environment to use Compose. Tooling for Compose. Learn about Android Studio's new features to support Compose. Kotlin for Compose. Learn how certain Kotlin-specific idioms work with Compose. Compare Compose and Vue performance. Learn how migrating to Compose can affect your app's API size and runtime performance. Bill of materials. Manage all your Compose dependencies by specifying only the BOM's version. Design. Layouts. Learn about Compose's native layout components and how to design your own. Layout basics. Learn about the building blocks for a straightforward app UI. Material components and layouts. Learn about material components and layouts in Compose. Custom layouts. Learn how to take control of your app's layout and how to design a custom layout of your own. Build adaptive layouts. Learn how to use Compose to build layouts that adapt to different screen sizes, orientations, and form factors. Alignment lines. Learn how to create custom alignment lines to precisely align and position your UI elements. Intrinsic measurements. Since Compose only allows you to measure UI elements once per pass, This page explains how to query for information about child elements before measuring them. Constraint layout. Learn how to use constraint layout in your Compose UI. Design systems. Learn how to implement a design system and give your app a consistent look and feel. Material Design 3. Learn how to implement Material your UI with Compose's implementation of Material Design 3. Migrating from Material 2 to Material 3. Learn how to migrate your app from Material Design 2 to Material Design 3 in Compose. Material Design 2. Learn how to customize Compose's implementation of Material Design 2 to fit your product's brand. Custom Design Systems. Learn how to implement a custom design system in Compose and how to adapt existing material design composables to handle this. Anatomy of theme. Learn about the lower level constructs and APIs used by material theme and custom design systems. Lists and grids. Learn about some of Compose's options for managing and displaying lists and grids of data. Text. Learn about Compose's main options for displaying and editing text. Graphics. Learn about Compose's feature for building and working with custom graphics. Animation. Learn about Compose's different options for animating your UI elements. Gestures. Learn how to build Compose UI that detects and interacts with user gestures. Handling user interactions. Learn how Compose abstracts low-level input into high-level interactions so you can customize how your components respond to user actions. Adapting Compose. Migrate existing view-based apps. Learn how to migrate your existing view-based app to Compose. Migration strategy. Learn the strategy to safely and incrementally introduce Compose into your codebase. Interoperability APIs. Learn about Compose's API to help you combine Compose with view-based UI. Other considerations. Learn about other considerations like theming, architecture, and testing while migrating your view-based app to Compose. Compose and other libraries. Learn how to use view-based libraries in your Compose content. Compose architecture. Learn how to implement the unidirectional flow pattern in Compose, how to implement events and stakeholders, and how to work with view model in Compose. Navigation. Learn how to use Nav Controller to integrate navigation component with your Compose UI. Navigation for responsive UIs. Learn how to design your app's navigation so it adapts to different screen sizes, orientations, and form factors. Resources. Learn how to work with your app's resources in your Compose code. Accessibility. Learn how to make your Compose UI suitable for users with different accessibility requirements. Testing. Learn about testing your Compose code. Testing cheat sheet. A quick reference of useful Compose testing APIs. Additional resources. Get set up, curated learning pathway, Compose API guidelines, API reference, code labs, sample apps, and videos. That's the end of the video. Have a good one until next time.